started in the void. We all did. Some of us were happy to be there, happy to be hidden, ridden of the responsibility of being who they are. But not me. I started with one drawing, one doodle, one sketch, one page full of squiggles and lines. And I did another, and another. And I showed them off, but they hated me. They said I should give up. They said I'd never be any good. They said I should burn my work. They said I should burn my children. And I did. It was years later before I drew again. I hid it. I hid my art, my heart, my soul, my children. I hid them. I drew and I drew and I drew until I had no space for the pages left. And they spilled from my pack, and there they were, no longer hidden, no longer safe. There they were, in a space exposed, and that was the first time I heard it. I wish I could draw. At first I felt joy. It wasn't until I was older, it wasn't until I heard it day after day, I wish I could draw, until I realized, no. You can't say that. You can't go about your life never picking up a pencil to create, to breathe life into a new idea or breathe new life into an old idea, never trying once and wish. You can't drag the graphite over the page and then refuse to allow it to be seen because you're scared. You can't base the quality of your children on what others think of them. You can't look at mine whom I fed and loved and kept nourished and loved and I taught and I loved. Don't you dare look at mine and wish. But that was my first step out of the void, the first glimpse of my face revealed, and I smiled, beaming smile of 1,000 stars. And that feeling opened the door, so many doors, doors that withheld light, brightened the floors, and so I didn't trip. And I felt a change at my core, a bloody bursting bomb burning down my barriers. I picked up a pencil and I wrote what I felt, my hell, my rage, page after damn page, and I rhymed every time, and every verse and every line I wrote, I styled a new child, and it was mine, all mine, and a new child loved his siblings, and I was happy, and I would sing. Slowly, so slowly, I pulled myself out of the void, and every time I'd hear, I'm not good enough to draw like you, I'd say, you're damn right you're not good enough. Don't you ever say that your perfect child isn't as good as mine, that every scribble, every mark, every faded eraser smudge isn't as good as mine. When people say that artists suffer for their art, they mean that they worry that their art goes out to play, and they worry that their art will be judged, they fear that their art will be hurt, and yes, that's always a possibility, but your art needs you to be there, to love it, to be proud, because in the end, you're the only thing that matters to it. I stand out now, outside the void. I made myself different. And so I wear my coat and hood, and I stand up straight, and I love what I've become. And I speak of art as children, but it's true that I'm no parent. I am prepared for my masterpiece, and I will proudly display my work, and I will suffer for my work. If my art is ridiculed, if my creation is mocked, I will be there to comfort, to inspire, to encourage, to love my art, and make sure they become they are meant to become. And I will pull my art from the void, just as my children pulled me from the void.